so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the counter.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Redskins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. Jones has it. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Watson now to throw. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
64, rush in, 49, check 49, check 49.
Here's Moore on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Moore now. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him.
And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. fourth touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. T.J. Watt in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Moore. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check 59, Mike. Hey, Haywood. Hey, lock it. I'm coming for you, son. Shoot.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Moore. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this 1st quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Get it.
Now Moore, throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time it's a set. Come on.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54, right there, 59, 59.
Third and long. It's Watson. It's caught. Jones. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. There, the defense won the battle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Throwing on third down, Watson. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on fourth, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that D?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much fourth downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on fourth down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Go! I got it!
Now Moore. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
We're going to shut you down.
So we've got a challenge. Our referee's going to take another look on the tablet. He's going to be watching to see if the knee was down prior to the ball coming out.
I love what you just said there. You nailed it, because if the ball's shifting or moving before the knee or any other part of the body hits the ground, then that'll be considered a fumble.
To throw is Moore. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's got Edelman for the first time. That's complete. An excellent gain, 35 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Hey, shoot. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Hey, let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike, check.
Moore now. From the gun, he'll throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back. In pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, on the way to play good defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Hopkins with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Right there.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things.
Hey, echo.
Moore throwing again, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Look, squeeze. Smooth. Shoot.
Here's Moore, operating from the gun. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
On the double. Recon, 132 fighter. Switch. Hey, Charlie. Get it.
On 1st and 10, Moore. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for the Redskins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
No. Buzz. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's down.
Throwing after the interception. Moore. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
I think someone's going to get into QB1's ear when he gets to the sideline. Already thrown an interception. That one should have been picked. Look, let's just be honest about it. That would be the second person in his ear because he's hearing it in the huddle right now.
Not the start to the game he wanted. Like you said, the pick on the opening drive, second drive, not much better.
Hey, wahoo! Hustle, hustle. Ready?
Now more. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Hopkins.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Looking to throw. Moore. He finds Hopkins complete. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Moore now 8 of 17 so far, under 50%.
Alpha! Leo! Hey! Go!
To throw is Moore. From the gun, he'll throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
At the 46-yard line.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Hey, lock it! Rock it! Hey, high 7!
Second and 6. Caught left side Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hey.
Go.
Hard.
Check 59. All day, just like that.
Hey, Sam off.
Check 9.
Hey, Haywood.
Moore now, operating from the gun. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Ready.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out. Just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Back to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So on 4th down, they bring on the Michigan man, Matt Wild, to kick it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Get the boy down, he's coming.
It's just me and you.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
Under 10. Under 10. 10. Mike's 5'9". Mike's 5'9". Here we go.
Moore on 1st and 10. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check 3, check 3. Go. Ready?
Here's Moore to throw again. He's got him in. Complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Look at me. Go.
1st down.
Hey, Orvis. Big grip.
Now Moore throwing on 1st down. Open here is Allison. That's complete. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Kill.
From the gun, Moore, slant route, caught by Edelman. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, box truck.
At the 27-yard line.
2nd and 11. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Julian Edelman. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
19. 24. 31.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's going to let it go again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now a pass caught by Zay Jones. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Here's Watson to throw on 3rd down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Watson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, DJ Hayden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Mike set. 19. 5-4. 25. Hey, watch set. Watch set. Check 54.
On first down, it's Watson. And his throw is incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And it's second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
Well, we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Watson. Jones has it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Again, it's Watson.
I think it all came together there in breaking.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Switch, fine.
On second down, it's Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Security base. Shoot.
To throw is Moore. On 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Let's go, D. Big Sears right here.
Hey, hit it.
More now to throw on 2nd down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
5.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Hey, defense. Let's go.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check.
On 3rd down, Moore. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
22-jet bomber. Ready?
They go back to the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Aaron Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Cost them.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 2nd and 10 now from the 27. To throw is Watson. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Airing it deep for Janis. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a great return here gets us one all the way down to the 26-yard line. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
We don't work.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive...
And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 29. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Switch.
Check 4. Deep grip.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Moore now. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Looking to throw. Moore. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Rock it.
Moore going to throw again. Open man completes it to Butler. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and it's going to be third down and forever. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Now Moore. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it third and long. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now, is it fourth down? No, it's third down. And the field goal unit is out onto the field. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. I guess I got to hand it to him. That was ambitious.
Well, that's one way to put it.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Callaway, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Redskins 27, Lions 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw. Moore. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Looking to throw. Moore. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Chopper! Look, squeeze! Hey, Haywood! Ready?
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins 39. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. It's complete to Hopkins. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Ready! 15. Go!
He'll look to throw. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Down. 60 outlaw. You're out. Check 13. Hey, orbit. Tighten up.
They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page. This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, shoot.
Here's Moore throwing on 4th down. He finds Hopkins complete and able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. He's back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now Watson looking downfield for Jones. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing now, Watson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Washington, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Lions, continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. That'll do it for